Thursday, February 23rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. There's a look from our Greensboro Tower camera. You look carefully toward downtown, you can see some of those patchy areas of fog in place. That is pretty prevalent in areas along into the north and west of Interstate 40 especially. Charlotte looking okay this morning. That's the Dowd YMCA camera visibility, very good in many spots across the southern Piedmont, but that's not the case as you head further to the north and west. Some very dense fog in the foothills and mountains, some of the Virginia border areas especially. There's the time lapse yesterday from the AVALON PIER web camera over in the North Carolina Outer Banks as you went through the afternoon and the evening hours. A few showers roaming around here and there. Thought that was kind of a neat time lapse from yesterday. And these were the highs. Certainly temperatures held in check the further north and west you went. With clouds and some rain more extensive up that way. And you noticed, again, as you went further to the south and east yesterday, a lot more sunshine, so it was a lot warmer, but the clouds were very thick and very stubborn there through the northwestern part of the region. So you had a lot of 50s for highs in the foothills, down toward Winston-Salem and the Virginia border areas. But as you went further to the south and east, the warmer and warmer it got yesterday afternoon. Everybody will be very warm today. It's a mild start to the day. And we're not alone. Look at all these warm temperatures. Detroit, 58 at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 50 in Chicago, 58 in Memphis, 58 in Dallas, 56 in Shreveport. So a lot of really warm air over the eastern part of the country. Some lingering rain this morning over in northeastern parts, North Carolina and southeastern Virginia. Not a big deal there. That's the tail end of our departing storm system, which is continuing to cause some rain at times over the Bahamas and parts of Florida. But really, we're now turning our attention to the next storm system, which is beginning to emerge from the Rockies into the Plain States. Check out Futurecast here today into tomorrow. There'll be a healthy footprint of snow on the northwest side of the system. And eventually, by late tomorrow and tomorrow evening, probably a healthy round of severe weather for parts of the Ohio Valley and the eastern Great Lakes. So for us today, morning clouds and fog giving way to some pretty good intervals of afternoon sunshine and a warm weather day. Some record highs will again be challenged across the region this afternoon. And then tomorrow, much the same. We start the day with some clouds and fog and then some intervals of sun and even a little bit warmer tomorrow. Now let me go back to this one more time here. Watch the thunderstorms break out here off to the northwest with that cold front. Again, a pretty sizable threat of severe weather tomorrow. This is the day 2 outlook. An enhanced risk of severe weather for much of Indiana, Ohio, northern Kentucky, and southern Michigan. And as mentioned, on the northwest side of the system, a very healthy footprint of snow coming as that system works to the east. Now ahead of it, we will have an extremely warm Friday, even warmer than today in many instances. And here comes the cold front moving through Saturday morning. Could be a few showers or maybe a rumble of thunder or two with that cold front, but a lot of us probably see very little even rain with that front Saturdays. It'll be having the main energy pull well off to the north and not an overly favorable environment for a widespread round of rain, but still pretty warm Saturday due to the timing of the front, but much cooler on Sunday as that chillier air behind it temporarily takes over. Let me show you some of the higher resolution modeling here. This is the European 500 millibar chart today. We get out to tomorrow. Here comes that piece of energy driving the severe weather threat off to the north and west, and then that trough buckles in here on Saturday. The GFS model, well, this might be a little tough to see, but here we go today. There's that load into the Bahamas exiting. We're in good shape tomorrow. And then Saturday, there's that chance of a quick hitting shower or a thunderstorm, but then that's gone. Sunday features full sunshine and cooler temperatures. Now, the timing of things next week is sped up a little bit. The GFS and to some extent the European want to bring some rain in by late Monday. And then that front kind of stalls out. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to maintain the chance of some showers at times with that front stalling out nearby. Then eventually late week, a sharp cold front moves through. That's Thursday. And we get some chillier air in here. Long-range thoughts here. All right, let me pull up a couple charts here. Let's go to the GFS. This is the operational plot here of the Arctic Oscillation, and you notice as you get deeper into early March, 3rd, 4th, 5th of the month, Arctic Oscillation trying to trend toward negative, and the NAO, the North Atlantic Oscillation, also trying to trend toward negative. Both of those tend to indicate a trend toward colder temperatures in the eastern U.S. And that, again, that's the operational GFS. Here is the ensemble of the GFS, and it is strongly indicating a negative Arctic oscillation beginning 3rd or 4th of March and continuing basically through the end of the run. And it's the same idea with the NAO on the GFS ensemble. And even toward the end of the run starts to see the PNA, the Pacific North America oscillation trend toward positive, which indicates west coast ridging and a lot of times subsequent colder air in the eastern part of the country. So the GFS ensembles in the longer range, really a pretty cold look in the eastern part of the country. And these are the probabilities through the end of the run. This is through the 10th of March of 1 inch of snow, again, from the GFS ensembles. Those are not terrible probabilities over parts of North Carolina and points northward. Now, it's not a unanimous deal here amongst the models. For instance, the Canadian ensemble, which is a useful tool in the cold season. There's your chillier shot of air for Sunday. These are 5,000 foot temperature deviations from normal. We then warm up pretty drastically for the middle of next week, and then as you get deeper into the run, we're on the fringes of the cold air on the Canadian. This is out of the 9th of March. Core of the cold air just off to the north. So a little bit of a different scenario, and the European ensemble is more in line with the GFS with some shots at least of cold air into the eastern part of the country first week or two of March. So I'm kind of leaning my forecast in that direction of the idea of some colder temperatures over the first couple of weeks rather of March, at least at times. It may not be a cold air setup that locks in, but at least some shots of colder air and with some energy flying around. I cannot rule out any late season fun and games if you're a snow fan, but certainly nothing concrete at this point to lock in on. But the colder air potential still there in the longer range. We'll see. It's still potential, though, at this point. All right, that is it for the latest edition to the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy the great weather over the next couple of days, and God bless.